Hello, I'm Alex Minogue. I am 8-6 and I'm fighting out of SBG Manchester. What happened was Sean Lomas was cheeky to me on Facebook. I weighed about 120 kilo. I got Danny Ornsby to organise the fight. I weighed about 114. I looked like a blubber whale. I beat him by about 5 points because he kept fucking doing daft stuff. Sorry for swearing. And that was that. No one will ever see the video because I'm proper fat on it. I got involved in a situation. I run a security company. Well, I own a security company, and I was working, and someone pulled a knife out, and they were about to stab Matt Inman, and I took one for him in my stomach, and then I couldn't train for around 8 months. Well, to be fair, I've always been growing. Like I'm a big fan of the gi. I love doing jiu-jitsu. It's like my main thing. I've been doing lots of boxing, and that's that. I've mainly been doing boxing and jiu-jitsu, but continuing. That's on top of continuing training MMA every day at SBG Mainline. Manchester. So I don't just train for fights, I just train anyway. It's the only thing that gets me up in the morning. If you said to me I had to go work in the morning, I'd be devastated, but I just set up and I go straight to the gym, and that's what I do, and I've done it for 7 years, and it's been good. It's been, to be fair, I've struggled a bit losing the weight, but that's because I was like literally the size of a car. I just do the majority of my training down at SPG. We're there every day with all the boys. No one misses. There's loads on the mat, and we don't talk shit on the internet like everyone these days. We don't sit doing videos of how fabulous when we only fight bin men. Just keep our mouth shut and just get on and book fights.
One sec. So, one sec.
I just dissed everyone else on the card. Everyone else on the card is going to watch that and go, fucking hell, fucking hell. They all fight bin men. It does me head in. And sit there. Yeah, well, to be fair, as I've got a bit older, I've decided that I will actually watch because I never used to I'd be oblivious. It didn't matter who I was fighting. I'd just turn up there and just imagine it was like the same guy was starting on me in Tesco, and I'd just have the guy a fight, and that's how it was. But as I've got a bit older, I've watched fights. So I watched a few the other day. I think the only problem I'll have in the fight is massive. He's a big guy. I'm moving up a weight, and to be fair, I'm not a light heavyweight. But I've chose to fight here, and this kid's looks like a very big guy. But I can't see me having troubles with him. He looks very sloppy. He just looks like a big gorilla trying to grab people. So I think I'll be okay with him. Do you know what it is? They've got loads of money, haven't they? You go to some of these events and they're like people just trying to get by. But TANKO have got money, and you can tell in the production, you can tell in the fights, you can tell in the feel in the arena. It's the best show that's ever been in Manchester, and I'm like one of the original fighters from Manchester. I've seen every show come and go through Manchester, and they've come in one show and made it better than UCC back in the day, than all the FCCs and the ICs. They're all good shows, but you know what I mean, TANKO have got that money where they can spend it. Let's thank, who shall I thank? First of all, I'll thank SBG Manchester, Carl Tanswell, for being a #1 coach in the UK and a stand-up guy. Who else can I thank? I'll thank Managed Security, #1 security in Manchester, Greater Manchester. If you want cage fighters working on your doors, building sites, come to Managed Security, which is also owned by me. I like to thank Pret Manager, because I eat there every day. They don't give me discount, but if someone tags them in this interview, they may start giving me discount, because it's got to a point where I'm spending like 400 quid a month there. Yeah, well, I got a job. When I left school, I got a job. I was working as in insurance. And then one day I was like, I hate my life. I was only 21, I had a kid. I was like, what am I doing with my life? And then I decided I want to be a cage fighting doorman, and then I've never looked back. Because I just always have good fights. I've had some bad fights, but mainly it's been due to the fact my opponent's been holding me and not letting go because they're scared of fighting. But I have good fights. I'm known in the UK MMA world for having good fights. I'd rather go out on my shield than have a rubbish fight. And to be fair, it's a good show, and they've got a good card on. Hola, por favor, tapas, anything else?